Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today we are here at the shop and I have another shop update video. So I'm going to kind of do an assemblation of different clips and things that's going on around here, and we'll start here in this room. So I'm going to pan you around. Now through that door there is my shipping area. There's a safe door. I've shown that before. And by the way, if you hadn't seen like the whole kind of start of this, I did a video very early. I think it's now a couple months ago, and I'll link it if you want to see the video where I show this place off fresh as it was. But so there's the shipping room back there, but right over here, and now we're in the other side, because you know over there, that side, we've been doing a lot of work with, and I record in, and I have most of my product. But over here in this area, we have the vintage kitchen. So we're gonna go back over here and I'll show you what that's all about. But as you can see, it is the vintage kitchen. And this may look familiar if you follow along with the channel and you saw my antique booth that I used to have. It's the same counter. I've been moving it around multiple times and I'm quite tired of moving it. But I'll back up right there. So we've got the shelf right there, very nice. The shelf over here, the yellow shelf above it, and this pegboard apparatus was here when I bought the place, but this was shoved in the back, way back by the kitchen, the actual, not this kitchen, the real kitchen. It was shoved back there and it wasn't doing any good, so I brought it out here, and it's a nice little partition divider for this space. Right now there's not a lot in here because, well, I just don't have as much kitchen stuff as I once did. And even whenever I had the 50s booth at the mall, it wasn't only like this kind of stuff. It was lots of things, and it was anything that really fit that 50s sort of 50s, 60s, 70s kitschy vibe. But I had started putting tins in here and advertisements that relate specifically to food. So there's some of that, and so a little bit of that, and the majority of my tins are other places in the shop here. But then we have just a selection of stuff here. The glass blocks, now those were put on top here, and I had it where there was more of a height. Basically this was sitting on top of the glass blocks, and it would allow for about the same height as these shelves, if that makes sense. But with this amount of space coming from the counter, you know, I could put like little cups and things there. You just can't, you know, really reach back and use that depth that it once had. But it's fine. So we have lots of glassware. So this is pretty much where I'm going to put all of the glassware sets and things that have to do with the kitchen, and especially like kitschy kitchen stuff. Over here, and I have more glasses and Pyrex and these West Bend Penguin hot cold servers. I've got a couple of those apparently. Some enamelware, some fondue sets, things like that are just gonna reside over here. This, not sure, it's open, it's great. We can expand. We can expand with it. I have the trash can here. The trash can came with the place. I think it's an old Dairy Queen trash can. That's what it looks like to me. So that's there. I can use this side of the pegboard, which is nice if I want to hang even my tote bags that I sell. I could hang them there and other kinds of things, so it's usable on that side. And then over here we have the counter. I mentioned I was going to move it over here. I didn't know if I showed it yet, but it's there. Oh, the floor is done too. I forget that I don't show a lot of things, and so I forgot. The floor is done in this room just as it is in the other room. So we have the countertop here. Now this countertop, if you recall, was completely covered in a checkerboard vinyl tile. And it looked okay. It kind of looked like the 50s, but as one person said in the comments, it looked like a, what did they say? Like a car parts store or something. And it makes sense. It was a convenience store here before I bought it. So I took it back to what it looked like originally as an old-time grocery, not an old-time grocery store, but in the 60s and 70s, it was a grocery store. And so that's the counter I believe that they used as it was. So, and it has the cracked ice formica on the top, and it's not in perfect shape. I put this piece on top of it to disguise the fact that that's pretty bad. So there's the counter. So I moved it over there, and I think it works a lot better there. Over here, we have this shelf, and I painted it blue. So this shelf was originally white, all white, all white. I think of like Looney Tunes instead of, you know, never mind. Tangent. Okay, so we've got this blue here. I decided blue because now the other room, if you can, here, let me pan around just real quick. So first of all, that shelf that I just showed was over there in that corner. Nothing wrong with it over there, but I thought that it worked better here. I just like it against the concrete wall, just like it is through those doors over there, the way the other shelves are. The other ones are green, this one's blue. I could have went green, but honestly, it's not like green's my favorite color, but I don't not like it. I just wanted to sort of incorporate some other deeper tones. So like sapphire blue would be nice. Plans for this wall, I'd like to just line it up with different curio cabinets or things like that. And you know, we have all the space in the middle here, of course. But yeah, I had wished that this was a little deeper in color, little deeper. But I don't really think I'm going to paint it again. There's no point in that. It's fine. It's just like Doctor Who blue at this point, so that's all right. Here's more of my 10s, by the way. This is still not all of them. There's more in the other room, but I put some here. I have Better Homes and Gardens, Good Housekeeping, just magazines here, records down here, which I'll be selling for, I think, about $1 each. They're not in pristine shape as far as the cover art is concerned, but I also ordered a little record player from Walmart, like a little cheapo $45 one, and I'm gonna play some perhaps, and at the same time you can also test them, or I could test them. So records, I think I'm gonna sell them for $1 each, but not online, you know what I mean, like in store, $1 each. They'd have to be more if I'm gonna go to the trouble of shipping them. So I don't know, this is just some stuff I put up here, not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it at this point. And the other big development in this room, and I'm backing up to show it, is this window. This was not a full window like that before. So especially if you'd watched previous videos, previous update videos, and the one where I bought the building, the original video, and I walk through and show it, this was a shell of what it is now. It had a tiny window in the middle, and it was blocked off on either side. So it was definitely not this. And you can see there the the silhouette of where that old countertop was. It was here, where the gray is on the concrete. And I just figured that if it's there, it sort of segments that whole corner, and it didn't need to be segmented back. So there, it just makes more sense. So now this is all open again. So that window there now mimics that window over there through the thing there. You can see it's an 8-foot by 4-foot window, and they are symmetrical again from the outside, especially looking at the building. I ordered 2 blinds that match, so I have blinds on the way. The original blinds, I'll show you in here. The original blinds that they chose, and here's all the green you can see. See, I was trying to go with the blue version of that color. Like the, as far as the depth is concerned, I'm forgetting the word I'm looking for, but how, the blue equivalent to that. But here's the window. Oh, I drew the shades up. Okay, well, they're just forest green. And I could have done forest green over in the other room, but I thought, well, now's the time to change it. And so I went with basically like a dark gray color, a pretty dark gray color. And so I'll change those out. I might remove the shears. I might not. The shears are nice, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, this is this room. It's not really changed a whole lot. but there it is. Now that we're back in the shipping room, I've been putting off this room over here, that door. I've been putting that off because literally it's something I just shut the door and forget about. It's the room I do not speak of because it's trash. It's a trash room. But it's now getting closer to the time when I can start going through it. Basically, we're gonna open the door. I'll show you what's in there. It's filled with rugs and junk, but it's sellable junk. Let's take a look. So through this door, we have stuff. And you can see kind of how it's all thrown in. I'll turn the light on, just like that. Okay. So we have all of this stuff here, lots and lots of rugs. That's the majority of what's in here and how it's filled. We have all these lids. It's quite bad, the amount of stuff. I have a plan with what I want to do, and that's basically take all the rugs and vacuum them, photograph them, and measure them. And well, that's where my plan sort of fizzles out. I'm not sure if I want to put them on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. I'm thinking maybe Facebook Marketplace, but under this giant pile right here, there's figurines and boxes. These are some of the figurines that were on the shelves out front originally whenever I bought the place. And I just figured, well, you know, I want to put my own things on the shelves first and get all that taken care of. So these are just filled with like little figurines and things that were here. So that's at some point I'm going to go through those and sell them or whatever, but they're kind of buried there. There's a stereo system back here that, yeah, there it is. That I can sell on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, for probably $50 to $75. It's in nice shape. It's like the whole 9 yards. It has the record player, the tape deck, the FM, the CD, speakers. So this room, once it is cleared, I do plan on using, and there's rugs everywhere. Look, there's rugs there inside of that chicken wire thing. Rugs over there. I do plan on using this space for, well, this, like boxes and shipping supplies and kind of that sort of stuff. Just overall storage, but not like this. This is bad storage. This isn't how things should be. Hard to, you know, get around, as you can see, and bird cage. All right, I have to say, I am already tired of this. So not a lot of, I don't know, like maybe things have changed, but I've pulled a lot of stuff out of here. Just a little recap of what's going on. So that pile of stuff is all things that I'm just going to trash. They're things that are just too far gone. Mostly rugs. It's just this one blanket's on top, but lots of things that have, you know, damage to them. That is fallen apart. Or they have too much mildew, or they're too basic, like just a color, like a bathroom rug, you know, that goes around a toilet or something. So there's lots of that kind of stuff in that pile. This one here is like the largest of them all, and I'm just not into it right now. I pulled all of the ones that were behind there out, and the ones, there was a whole bunch piled over there too in that corner. But it's more, it's definitely more emptied in here, and I can see the actual furniture. I did also, well, before I leave this room, I'm gonna pull that yellow thing out. That I'm gonna put up front, kind of near the 50s kitchen, because it kind of works, you know, with the yellow and the white. So that'll go. Then there's just like, there is a table back there that could be good for out front. The chairs, they don't have to necessarily be in here. There's like little stools and things. They could go out front. Things can go on top of them. But I did also already pull out this, which could use a tablecloth or something in that chair. Now the rugs. So here are the ones that I need to do still. These are all the decent ones. So there's like, you know, runners and little rugs and lots of things in that pile. And the ones that I've already done are there. So those are the ones that I opened up, photographed, and measured. they're not perfect. You know, it's like they really could use, somebody could, what all of them could use is to be vacuumed, put out on a driveway, hosed down, you know, shampooed, and then let them dry. But I don't think it's worth it. But they're from, you know, unless it's something that you want for yourself. Like for me though, it's a lot of time to put into all these rugs. So I figured I'd let that, whoever buys it, do that if they want to do it. There's some pretty ones. You know, that one's really nice with the pinks and the blues. It's kind of, in my opinion, on trend as far as like, I don't know, maybe it's just my style more than anything. Same thing with those roses there, the lighter, kind of like late 80s style. I also like this Aztec one with the different geometric shapes in it. That's a nice one. And some of these other ones, like that one is nice with the things. Honestly, they're all good for their own reasons, for different styles of rooms and things. And that one there, I think would be, it's a big pink and white octagon. That would go great in like a girl's room, you know, needs to be washed, but it's good. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break and go ahead and eat and just kind of regroup a little bit. And I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy or the wherewithal to go through the rest of these, but at the bare minimum, I want to see, and it's like, you know, anytime you clean one room, everything else gets dirty. So I wanna straighten this up a little bit more and get some of these bigger things out of here. And that way it's more walkable. There's more room to, there's definitely a lot more room to walk in here. So there's some of the figurines, there's some more, and there's some more back there. Things that I had pulled from the shelves whenever we got the place. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.